Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Excuse me, sir. What's the price of Bitcoin right now? I can't see the price. Oh, sir, it's at $67,000. Okay, can you buy me 5 of them? No problem at all. Excuse me, seeing eye dog, is that true? Yes, it's true. Bitcoin's at 67K. Buy at the top. I'm just kidding, guys. So thank you very much for joining me. This is Ellie. The reason why I'm wearing these glasses right now and I look like, not a pleasant person, aka a douchebag perhaps, is because I just got LASIK surgery for my eyes yesterday, and I'm not allowed direct sunlight exposure or anywhere bright, so I've got to wear sunglasses for the next 2 weeks in the house here. So I hope that's okay. So anyways, we start off every show by saying hi, Ellie. Hello, Ellie. You don't need to bite me. This is my toy poodle. She's 8 months old now. Very well behaved dog. I got her when she was 6 weeks old, and I love her very much. Anyways, let's start off. Thank you for being a little bit patient. I've been feeling extremely good lately, but I've got to rest quite often because my eyes are extremely bad still. So this rest period is very necessary to just kind of recover. Okay, let's get started right away. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm just logging into my crypto scanner right now. So I want to talk about using this crypto loom to scan the market here as well for you today. And we've got a few topics to cover. We're going to jump over them very quickly and keep this video 10, 20, 30 minutes at most, okay? So first things first is I've got an awesome promotion going on right now, which I really hope that it sells out. But if it doesn't, it's all good. I'm going to save some for the next month, okay? Let me show you it very quickly. So it's for my book that I have. Okay, so it's sold as a package right now. A lot of people are extremely happy already. I spent about a lot of time creating this book, and the cost for production of the book itself and actually to send it out was about 80 American dollars. So I decided to choose some really good material, make it very high quality. A lot of people have said that it's much higher quality than they thought it was going to be. Like they thought it was going to be really crappy quality, but it's actually got this beautiful gold texture, right? It's a full-size 8.5 by 11 A4 textbook quality, and it's 250 pages. It comes with a package for the summer. I've got about 25 copies left, and the sale ends tomorrow night. So it comes with my book, my full course version 2.0, and also 1 year of Discord. And this is the second edition book as well. Normally it's $13.25. It's going for $6.50. I'm probably a pretty good person to follow in crypto, considering, well, first of all, I manage over a $1 million portfolio. I make about $1 million a year plus in trading revenue as well, right? And I'm generally pretty accurate and transparent with all my holdings and also with my profits and losses as well. So definitely give that a thought. Anyways, let's jump right into it. No more shilling here. I appreciate you guys visiting me today. So the first things first that we're going to talk about is, I love this site, Crypto Panic. They don't pay me for this at all. Okay, this is just my personal recommendation. Probably bookmark cryptopanic.com. It's an aggregate website that combines all news related to crypto on one site. So pretty cool site. I read it every single day and look for the headline news. So the first things first about Bitcoin is that in Q2 of 2022, crypto was exploited for about $670 million. That's a record. Pretty big out there, with Harmony hack going on as well, right? Mirror Protocol, and they mentioned Beanstalk for $182 million. Those are some huge numbers, okay? In March, more than 1.2 billion was stolen, right? In Axie Infinity, 550 million, right? Wormhole, 326. But regardless of where this hack ended up happening and how much was stolen, the most important thing to take note of from these hacks is that, well, first of all, right, other than the hacks, we're talking about major platforms like Celsius, right, or Three Arrows Capital that are potentially gone under or have gone under already. Celsius has recovered. The most important thing to take note of is make sure you guys are protected. If you're holding any crypto, I would highly suggest to hold it in a hard wallet, a cold storage, such as Trezor or such as Nano Ledger S. Excuse me. Let me just have some water quickly. So definitely hold it in an off storage, right? A cold wallet. It's probably your safest bet. A lot of people ask me, hey, Philakone, is it safe on FTX? Is it safe on Binance? In my personal opinion, just referencing Bitfinex, because they've faced insolvency issues for a long time now. For 5 years, they're still around. I don't think a big exchange like Binance or FTX will suddenly shut down their platform overnight and freeze withdrawals. They're doing too well. They manage their business too well. They make an incredible amount on fees. FTX is trying to buy a lot of different businesses right now that are going under. CZ is actually hiring for Binance as well. So yeah, I do think that Binance and FTX is safe, but you just never know as well, right? There could be a possibility that something major happens that we can't predict. Okay, I'm not sure about Femex and Bybit because I don't have personal experience with them, SHZ. But what I can tell you is that probably the top exchanges, right? If we just go to CoinMarketCap. Okay, CoinMarketCap by exchanges right now, we can see that Binance, FTX is doing something right. For a new kid on the exchange, they're doing great. Coinbase started laying off some people. Their stocks just plummeted. That was brutal, right? So I don't know about Bybit or like Femex. You know, they're probably not that big of a player. Actually, they're pretty big, you know. They're pretty big out there. Why does this say $1.1 billion? What? But other exchanges are only showing like... Hold on, I'm gonna rate it by volume right now, okay? Where's FTX even? Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I couldn't comment on Bybit or Femex just because I don't have experience with them, so I apologize for that, okay? I'm not sure about CoinFlex either. I don't have experience on it. The only exchanges I personally trust are Binance and FTX, and they've been around for a long time. You hear a lot of news about them, so it's really difficult to not trust these websites, right? But either way, keep your crypto guarded. If you're holding long term and you're staking, you know, go for an offline wallet. Right, don't trust exchanges as much as you would like. You should probably. Last year, I used to keep anywhere between 300K to 600K on my exchanges, and I was okay with that. Right, I really do trust Binance, I have to admit. Okay, moving on. So right now, Bitcoin's correlation to the stock market has been higher than ever compared to the S&P 500, to Nasdaq as well. It's been heavily correlated, especially in Q1 as well. If we take a look at the normal traditional stocks versus Bitcoin right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin ended up falling right here, the first half. This is the first half of 2022, about 62%. Shopify, Netflix just got destroyed, okay? Shopify or Netflix especially, I'm sorry to say, but I don't Netflix anymore, really. I don't pay for that crap. What I don't like about Netflix is they keep delaying things like for months, right? And then you're forced to just kind of keep your subscription just to watch one good show coming out. And the selection on Netflix, it's brutal now, right? I mainly torrent everything. I'm sorry to say, but I do. I torrent everything, and everything that I want to watch can be watched somewhere other than Netflix for free, right? So, brutal. So Apple only fell 23%, Microsoft as well, Alphabet, Amazon didn't fall that much. It seems like right now that the forecast is that, yes, Bitcoin is heavily correlating to traditional markets, but in Q2, a lot of professional analysts, a lot of top traders are predicting that, not Q2, sorry, the second half, H2, they're predicting that there could be a possible major bull run, right? So we don't know if this is the bottom or not. So very interesting to see how it's been correlating. Okay, this is kind of something I don't talk about often, but this site here, they ended up talking about the number of addresses that are struggling to be retained. Okay, so this chart here is showing that the number of new users and holding addresses is actually decreasing right now, which simplifies to the amount of new users coming into the blockchain space that are holding Bitcoin. It's actually much lower recently. So we're having a lot of trouble with adoption, in my opinion. A lot of people new coming into the space right now. I don't think there's going to be a lot of new people coming into the space. Hey, Thes B, I really appreciate it. Greetings from the Netherlands, where we have the best weed in the world. It's definitely on my plan to visit there one day. I really appreciate that donation for the super chat. I'll make sure to give it to my dog Ellie, and we'll buy her a lot of liquor and get her super liquored up. We'll make Dogs Gone Wild videos, right? And we'll, I'll send you some nudes of her. That would be great. I used to have this donation for my dog Luna in Canada. It was called Luna's Alcohol Fund. And people would donate super chat to her. And every time there was a donation, I would buy her alcohol. But I'm not going to do that for Ellie anymore. We're going to go with harder drugs, probably, than alcohol. I'm just kidding. So this coin right here, this chart, this is an interesting one from Glassnode. It shows the amount of people that are in losses right now on a based off of a 7-day moving average. Right now, we've seen the all-time high for people that are holding Bitcoin and the amount of people that are actually in losses. Over 17.5 thousand different wallets are actually in a loss right now. That's incredible, of over $100,000. So you can do that math right now to see how much that is. Okay, that's quite a bit of people that are in losses right now. But at the same time, ironically, that we have the record high, the all-time high of people holding the most Bitcoins as well. 1.0 Bitcoins. The amount of people holding greater than 1.0 Bitcoin is at an all-time high right now. So this contradicts this chart a little bit as well in terms of how many people are holding long-term. How many people are trying to accumulate Bitcoin here under the $20,000 range, okay? So I made a tweet. About how right now, okay, I'm just going to read it for you guys. I'm 100% certain that this dip right now is the very last chance for people to accumulate 1.0 Bitcoin ever again. This dip now, or the upcoming correction, is the very last chance you'll ever get to accumulate Bitcoin at this price again. And then I wrote to follow up on it. I'm not saying this is the bottom. I'm saying this dip happening right now to wherever we reach will be the last opportunity to accumulate crypto at these prices. There are people that will DCA and take chances. Then there are those that wait for a bottom and never catch it, right? So that brings me to my portfolio here for you guys. The public portfolio. This is the one that I manage for my group just to have some random buys to show people how they do it, okay? So this one here, the public portfolio, I have about $66,000 in it right now. And in the Discord group, I show everyone my buys, exactly where they're held as well. About 30,000 is held in staking right now, where I'm earning about maybe 1% a month, which is pretty good, whatever, right? It's free money if you're staking it. It's better than combating the major drops, right? Or it's good to combat the major drops. I've got about, I think, maybe 32,000 in spot, and then 4,000 in fit fee. This one here is my biggest loser right now. So this goes to my public portfolio, which says that based on the weekly RSI of Bitcoin being at the historic all-time low on the weekly, based on Bitcoin right now having the most amount of users holding 1.0 Bitcoin and up, right? Based on how oversold we are, based on 2017's all-time high, I would be stupid not to dollar cost average and actually try to start accumulating Bitcoin now. Because this point, based off of an investor's perspective, it's not financial advice for you guys, but you should be looking at Bitcoin or crypto in general, and you should be looking at accumulating. Because you got a few things that can happen, right? Bitcoin could bounce here heavily, which it just may happen. You don't know. But based off of regulation that's incoming in probably the early next year or mid next year, the SEC is finally looking at a possible regulation of stablecoin, which is going to be phenomenal. Like Kevin O'Leary said, a few trillions of dollars are going to flow into Bitcoin literally overnight once regulation ends up coming in. And I agree with that. When that happens, you're going to get some serious institutions pouring in money that are going to be like, hey, we're ready to invest a few millions or billions of dollars and go long term with this once it's regulated. That's probably going to be next year or early the year after, in my opinion. That's going to come. Are we likely at the bottom? No. In my opinion, no. But I have to take the chance and dollar cost average in case it is, because of historic all-time lows. So despite it being the low right now or not, I have to take that chance. And if we drop lower, great. And then I'm prepared to dollar cost average Bitcoin down to even 12,000 or 10,000 if I have to. In fact, the last thing on my mind right now is wanting a bull rally. Okay, I don't want it to go up right now, because in my opinion, I haven't accumulated enough in my main portfolio and my public portfolio yet. I want it to keep dropping so I can get better prices, because the further we drop, the further we are away from the original all-time high. And the further away we are from the all-time high, the more I can possibly make. That's why right now I've got this column, right? I've got these columns right now. Oh, sorry, the all-time high column, where, for example, I have 1.5 Bitcoin now, and my average price is 20.538. If I have, for example, 4 Bitcoin at, let's just say, like 15,500, you know, 4 Bitcoin at 62K purchased, I'm gonna make $214,000, right? And you know, this, a lot of people are watching my channel and they're like, well, why do you talk about numbers so much? Why are you flexing? This is not flexing, guys. This is just talking about what we do. You know, a lot of people have a million times more than me, right? I'm just showing you guys publicly the portfolio that I manage for the group, and it's up to you guys to make these decisions and perhaps prorate it or take a percentage if you wanted to copy it. I carry Bitcoin right now, Polygon, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, Avalanche, XRP, EGLD, Atom, or known as Cosmos, and StepApp. Okay, so I've got 11 coins here, or it could be 10, that I look at right now, and the biggest gainer is Manic, right? It was hilarious how on CNBC, I watch their news all the time just for entertainment. The news reporter said that, and today Polygon took a huge hit where it dropped 4%. I don't think this woman's ever seen crypto in her life if she thinks that a huge hit is 4% on Polygon. So let's go to Bitcoin right now and talk about how this is looking. So Bitcoin has tried to hit this $20,300 resistance literally about 4 or 5 times now, okay? Here's the first time, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now, I want to be clear about this. Some people might be thinking, well, these are really not hits of 20.3, 20.4. So you have to think of resistances as a range, okay? And now, it's not always going to be the perfect price point. I see resistance as a range at an average price where the wick meets the body in a proportional manner, and then everything above it is basically a bull trap, okay? So you got to ask yourself, where is the resistance, the true resistance, right? Are you going to take this high? Are you going to take this high? Are you going to take this average? Right? It really depends. So I see this range, okay? So right now, the most making sense price point that I see is right around here, around the 1 hour, where I see the wicks here, some of the bodies, wicks, body and wick, and it hits here. So I'm seeing that every time it gets above 20,400, around those ranges, it ends up rejecting. Not only that, if I zoom out on a different time frame and I take the best average that I possibly can, and I factor in some bear trapped regions and of course wicks poking down, if I go to, for example, the 1 hour, it doesn't make sense, right? It looks really ugly. Does that make sense? It looks ugly. There's so many regions coming down. But if I go to 12 hour, doesn't that look beautiful? Perhaps even dropping it down a little bit right here. So 20, doesn't that look great? Now that looks like an ascending triangle. The definition of an ascending triangle is higher lows, right? Where you're also reaching the same highs. That's trying to penetrate it. So this is the classical definition of an ascending triangle. So right now, based on what we're seeing, right now, this is bullish, right? There's no other way to see it. Based off of the daily MACD as well, we're trending to the upside heavily. here looked like we were coming down. For sure it did. It scared the crap out of everybody. So from a technical perspective, that looked like the MACD was dropping there, but we ended up recovering hard, right? Based off of the RSI, we're getting higher lows, but we can't really say they're higher lows because the price point is also steadily higher as well a little. If it was like a lower price, then it would make sense. So we can't really use RSI as a gauge too much, but on the 2-day you can use it and you see it bullish. So the way that RSI works is it doesn't gauge it off of the wicks, okay? It doesn't gauge it off of the wicks at the bottom here. Okay, it gauges it off of the body only. That's where the calculations are calculated. So only the body, okay? So that's how it's calculated. And what we're seeing is that we're seeing bullish divergence right now. Hard on the 2-day. Very nice. So because we're seeing bullish divergence on a 2-day right now, we also started to see that MACD crossover that I was mentioning. So the MACD crossover, I originally thought it was going to come down, but it went up. It actually ticked up. So now, based off of a 2-day moving average, hey Fish, welcome back, man. Always doing good and happy to have you. So on the 2-day, we're going up. On the 3-day, we got crazy momentum going up. It's about to cross over, right? On the 4-day, we're ticking up. On the 4-day, we're going up. On the weekly is the best news possible. On the weekly, we finally got our first consistent tick up that's been about the middle of the week. In the middle of the week, we barely and rarely had a tick up on the histogram, but now we're finally starting to converge. So based on all indicators right now that I'm seeing, okay, we're actually bullish. There's no way, there's nothing else to say. But if you look at it on a lower time frame, like the daily, you're getting a hesitation candle here, right? So I think that this squeeze is going to happen over the next few days, right? So if it squeezes and we pop out, right, it's going to be a pretty nice pop. We're probably going to get to at least up here. I'm going to guess 21,500 right here. So if it gets there, the whole market is going to rally with it. And I just want to be clear about Matic, because I hold Matic right now. It's my favorite coin of all time. I think that Matic and Polkadot are going to have one of the biggest impacts in crypto history that we will see in the upcoming years. So in my public portfolio, I don't hold much of Polygon, which is Matic. I only hold 5.9. DOT I hold 7.2. But between Polygon and DOT, in my main portfolio, I'm holding over $300,000. So that's a big portion of what I believe in. I love Polygon because it's a sidechain of Ethereum, where a lot of people are moving off of the blockchain of Ethereum to Polygon. It's a lot faster, it's a lot cheaper, and man, their team is killer, I'm telling you. And I love Polkadot because I really do believe in interconnectability between blockchains. That's going to be a major part of crypto in the next upcoming few years. We may not see it right now, but the ability to transfer data between blockchains and unite them is something that Polkadot aims to achieve. And I think that, like, we don't see it now, but think about it in the future, right? I'm not here to shill any coins. I'm just talking about how I believe firmly that Polkadot's gonna, like, man, is it ever gonna go up one day? Huge opportunity. So anyways, so let's talk about more of Matic right here. Be careful, okay? Right here, Matic is probably gonna hit this point and they could probably retrace more. I'm just letting you guys know that Matic is reaching a major resistance of, like, literally a huge resistance that's coming up in like a 60-day resistance. Okay, so be careful of that. So as it stands right now, Bitcoin is sitting at, 21.1, but it's trying to break around 22.2, 22.3. If we break this, be sure you're ready to buy. Like on an 8-hour time frame, you see 20.25, a major resistance. If we get above there, you're gonna see a major rally of Bitcoin of 6%, which is going to, if you would like that template, Reister, just take a look in the description below, and this public portfolio is available for anybody to download the template. So if we break above here, the 6.5% rally, it's going to carry all of the markets huge, okay? Right now, it's not easy to tell, right? But these coins are actually rallying. despite it moving slow amounts every day and we're not getting double digits, if you just take a look in general at these coins, they are absolutely rallying, in my opinion, right? They're getting some steam. For example, DYDX, right? That coin is getting some steam. So that was a great day trading position to take, right? If you take a look at it overall, right? DYDX has been rallying slowly about 100% in 16 days. So despite us not getting this massive 20% rally, we're still getting huge movements in the market. So if we take a look at CryptoLoom, so this is I'm just going to write it to you guys in the group chat. This is what I use. It's not a paid advertisement. They don't give me any money for using them or talking about it. It's just what I use. So what they do is they combine all of RSI from 5, 15, 30, 4 hour, 24 hour to one huge site for RSI. They tell me their percentage movements, and they also tell me the dollar percentage movement as well. Okay, so percentage for volume and dollar percentage movements, and you can sort every single coin and customize it how you want. Okay, so if you take a look on RSI, you're starting to see coins move out of the oversold region on the 24 hour. Last week, almost every coin was oversold, but now we're moving out of there. In fact, some coins are moving to the higher 50 to 70 range now. Okay, there's nothing that I know of, Akrudi, that's free. I guess you got to pay for the service if you want it, right? You can also extract the API and just customize it yourself on TradingView, but I don't know how to do that. So I just pay for I think it's $40 a month for CryptoLoop, and it does a great job for me. And then if you take a look at 4 hour here, you're seeing some coins like CRV, 1000 exec, TDK. They moved up to the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour is getting oversold now. Or sorry, overbought. Nothing is getting oversold. In the 4 hour, nothing is below 40 anymore. In the 30 minute, many coins are jumping above 60, right? So a lot of coins are starting to pop up green here across the board on CryptoLoom. So to me, that's always a good indication that it's a great place to use it as a metric to see that the market's starting to move. I'm not sure about Cryptometer. This is the only one that I use. It's the only one I'm familiar with. So that's kind of it, guys. I'm going to leave my opinions here. I believe that right now, Bitcoin's fighting hard to break about 20,350. I firmly believe that dollar cost averaging is your best friend. You're never going to catch the bottom, okay? And another thing I wanted to note was people always message me, hey, Philakone, you should add this to your portfolio, right? You should add this coin and that coin and that coin. And then I coin market cap it, and I see that they're ranked 300, 400, 500, 800. So there's a few different types of people that invest. One is like me, where we focus on high cap coins that are very, very reputable, that have been around and established for a long time now, that have a great team that's also ranked high on CoinMarketCap. We're talking top 50, top 100. Those are the coins that I focus on, okay? Because they're easy to find information on. They're very credible and established already, and they can weather the storm in bearish markets a lot better than other coins that have a low market cap and that are still trying to build their reputation in the crypto world. And then the second way to invest is people who focus on maybe top 200 to top 500 coins. They're still speculating heavily on the usage of the coin. It may have no real life application. It may be a coin that could blow up, right? You just don't know yet. But these coins are still upcoming. We don't know that much about them, right? And then the third way to invest is pretty much going for the very new coins, the ICOs, right? You're going for these new coins, with an ICO where you're putting $1,000 and you're hoping that, this 100, 200,000 market cap coin blows up to a few $1 million, and then you're going to make a lot of fortunes on it, right? That's not me. I avoid that because you've got to read too much on the white paper. There's too much shit that's upcoming that end up failing. There's scams all across the board out there. I don't waste my time on that. I focus on only the high cap coins, and that's it. Some people may do a mixture of options 1 and 2, and that's all right. Or even a mix of options 1, 2, and 3. It's really up to you how you choose to invest. But in my opinion, it's always better to stay with the high cap coins. So I've got to take off, guys, because my dog needs to go outside. So thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys always, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time, 6 p.m. Central Turkey time. And have yourself a great night. And if for those that are still interested in my July special, where it's $650, you're getting a 1-year Discord membership. You're getting my Course version 2.0 book and all 53 lessons as well, right? Definitely DM me. Tomorrow's the last day for the sale. And if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Have yourself a great night, and thanks for your time. Bye now.